Thank you, Mr. Chairman. In 2 years on this committee, we have spent entirely too much time on errors of this magnitude or scandals, mostly in the VA headquarters. While the VHA and the VBA have made some glittering claims of record-breaking achievements in their outreach and services, the stone-cold truth is that veterans are still being let down by a system that is supposed to honor their sacrifices, their service, and provide them with the benefits they earned. We hear it all the time in our districts. The ongoing issues surrounding the financial mismanagement are totally unacceptable. It is our duty to ensure that the benefits and care promised to those who have served are delivered with efficiency, accuracy, and transparency. Unfortunately, it's very clear that you have either been trying to pull the wool over the eyes of this committee about shortfalls and your true motives, or frankly, I wouldn't trust you to balance a household budget. Let's review the facts. You've testified to them. You reported budget problems for benefits in FY24 and healthcare in 25. To fix a shortfall in benefits funding, the VA then asked for Congress for $2.88 billion. We gave it to you, but I will point out the entire House did not even vote on it. It was passed by a voice vote during debate. We thought we would be helping veterans. However, as you've told us, actually you didn't need a single penny of it. Next, the VA asked for $12 billion to cover a predicted health care shortfall in FY25. Almost by magic, you came back with a random number, $6.6 billion. I don't know that you had a rationale. If so, our credulity is strained to accept it. Mr. Jacobs, according to your testimony, the VBA carried over 2.5% of its disability compensation and pension funding unspent this year. But if I hear you correctly, you're testifying that's low. Do I remember, and I think we've already heard, that VBA didn't spend 10.1% of its funding. The year before that, it was 11.7%. To me, this indicates black and white that VBA is either holding on to too much money or is ineffective in paying benefits, more likely both. Dr. Elnahal, you've explained that VHA's budget relies heavily on unspent carryovers, basically creating what amounts to a budgetary savings account. Why not spend those funds to eliminate shortfalls so that you don't have to tell Congress if you go over by $1, benefits are not paid? I believe you should basically commit to greater transparency with Congress. You tout that VA provides more than 131 million health care appointments, that VA reached a high of 80.4% approval this year. But let's be real, that's a cover-up for longer wait times and subpar care. By the way, 80.4% satisfaction is embarrassingly low when talking about our veterans. When you put it in that context, you're bragging about veterans feeling less than absolutely certain that you'll take care of them. Veterans should have 100% confidence. We've also heard about the PACT Act. The rush to expedite services under the PACT Act only exposed the cracks that our veterans fall through in the system. How can you expedite care when at the same time you say you're on a shoestring budget? When times are tough, you tighten your belt, not buy a new one. And I don't really want to hear anything about expanding your wingspan of care and outreach. As our witness has put it, launching the most aggressive outreach campaign in VA history. In reality, millions of veterans are falling through the cracks, I say again. Here's the deal, folks. Many veterans still don't know how to access the care that they deserve and have earned on the battlefield. This is not the time to call for a victory lap. It means we need to see some immediate changes. Your verbal testimony today, in fact, I would say, is probably not for this committee. It's for the veterans that you think are listening, that will listen to your touting of your gold-plated resumes. I'll stop with this last point. Our witnesses before us today are celebrating hollow victories. In their testimony, they write about delivering life-changing results. All I ask is that you stop making errors of this magnitude and tolerating scandals. That's all I ask. And frankly, the Senate just put out a report that your building on Vermont Avenue has a 7% utilization rate. 172 people report to your office every day. Perhaps if you had more people working in that building, we would have less errors. With that, Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
Thank you.